Armaan never believed in destiny. He believed in hard work, logic, and timing. Love stories, in his opinion, only existed in movies. But that belief changed the day he met Meher. It was a rainy afternoon at the university library. Armaan was rushing inside to escape the rain when he accidentally bumped into someone at the door. Books fell everywhere. "I'm so sorry," he said quickly, bending down to pick them up. "It's okay," a soft voice replied. When Armaan looked up, he saw her. Meher. Wet hair, a gentle smile, and eyes that seemed calm even in the chaos of the rain. For some reason, that moment stayed in his mind longer than it should have. Days later, he saw her again in the library, then again in the campus cafe. Slowly, they started talking, first about books, then about classes, and eventually about life. Meher loved simple things. She enjoyed sunsets, old songs, and writing letters she never sent to anyone. Armaan often teased her. "Who even writes letters anymore? Just send a message." Meher would smile and reply, "Messages disappear. Letters keep feelings alive." Their friendship slowly turned into something deeper. They started spending every evening together on the rooftop of the college building. It became their special place. They would watch the sunset and talk about their dreams. Armaan wanted to start his own business one day. Meher wanted to travel the world and write stories about people she met. One evening, as the sky turned orange and pink, Meher asked him something unusual. "Armaan, do you believe people meet for a reason?" Armaan shrugged. "I used to say no, but after meeting you, I'm not so sure." Meher smiled but didn't say anything. Months passed, and their bond grew stronger. Everyone around them already knew they were in love, even if neither of them had officially said it. Then one night, Armaan finally gathered the courage. On the rooftop, under a sky full of stars, he said softly, "Meher, I think my life started the day I met you." She looked at him quietly. "I don't want to imagine my future without you." For a moment, Meher didn't respond. She just looked at him with those calm, thoughtful eyes. Then she whispered, "I was wondering when you'd finally say it." They both laughed, and that night became one of the happiest nights of their lives. But life has a strange way of testing happiness. A few weeks later, Meher suddenly stopped coming to college. Her phone was switched off, no messages, no explanation. Armaan searched everywhere, the library, the cafe, the rooftop. He even asked her friends, but no one knew what had happened. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, the world moved on. But Armaan didn't. One evening, while cleaning his desk, he found something strange inside one of his books, an envelope. His name was written on it in Meher's handwriting. His heart started racing as he opened it. Inside was a letter. It read, "Dear Armaan, if you're reading this, it means I didn't have the courage to tell you everything face to face. The day we met in the rain was actually the day I found out about my illness. The doctors told me I didn't have much time left. I didn't want you to fall in love with someone who might disappear from your life. But I was selfish. I wanted to experience love at least once before leaving this world. And you gave me the most beautiful months of my life. I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I loved you too much to let you watch me fade away. If life is kind, maybe we'll meet again somewhere, in another city, another lifetime, or another story. Until then, keep smiling. Love, Meher." Armaan sat there for hours, holding the letter. For the first time in his life, he cried without trying to stop the tears. Years later, Armaan did start his business. He became successful, just like he had dreamed. But every evening, after work, he would sit by the window with a cup of coffee and read that same letter again. Because some people leave your life, but they never really leave your heart. And sometimes, the most beautiful love stories are the ones that never get a chance to grow old.